that time of week again.
Welcome back. Cheers.
Coke, strictly no alcohol.
Yeah.
We have got a week for you today.
We have. But I think first things first, we'll sort out the prize draw.
Yep.
So many of you shared last week. It was phenomenal. Who have we got already? Hello,
Hi,
Vicky.
Vicky. Hi,
Debbie. Yeah, phenomenal for shares last week. I think it was the best week ever. Best week so far.
Yeah.
But we want it better next week, please.
Yeah, because this week, really important news coming up. So sharing is caring. And we're going to have we got a new thing going on this week, right? If you share more than once, so share to a group, share to your business page. If you write underneath, shared once, twice, 3 times, 20 times if you like.
That's how many times you're going to go into the draw.
Your name will be written that many times into the draw, so you'll stand a much higher chance.
Yeah.
But don't share to more than 4 groups in one night, otherwise you get put in Facebook jail.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, you do.
I don't want to be in Facebook
Yeah,
jail.
I've been in Facebook jail a few
Have you?
times.
You must have
yeah.
been very naughty.
Very naughty. And it's really frustrating because you can look at everything for a week, but you can't comment on anything, so you don't want to do that.
Oh, hi Fiona.
But just share as much as you can. Hi Fiona. Right.
So, last week's prize
Is
we've got Fairy Chic, of course. We've got the wax, the metallic wax. What
Yep.
colour have we got? 'Cause I
Gold.
can't- Gold, thank you. I haven't got my glasses on. And we've got one of the wonderful chalk paint paintbrushes. Don't know whether you can see. Fairy Chic. So they are going to be winging their way to...
right now the other thing that we've got going on today, because we've been laughing about it for about 3 days now, is our number 7 rule today. So number 7, it all will become clear. But number 7 out of this pot is going to be the winner. Okay.
Pull us off on one.
I'm off on one.
Just trust us on this one. Okay, so that's 1.
Come on. We can count. Speed it
I
up.
feel bad for people.
2.
2. Sorry. 3.
This is bonkers.
4. 5. Oh, they're all stuck together. 6. So,
The
Number
winner, number 7.
7. All stuck together.
All
Oh,
will
God.
become clear.
Right, who have we got? We have one. We have got Gina Longo.
Hey.
Well done, Gina.
Well done, you're number 7.
You're number 7. It's a very special number. So these will be coming to you.
PM me on my page, private message me your address, and we'll get them off to you.
Pop
Soon
those
as
to
possible.
one
Put
side.
your name to one side
Yep.
so that I can message you if you haven't seen this. Hopefully you have.
Don't
Right.
miss that. Okay, what are we going to give away this week?
Well, we know we love IOD, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Can't get enough of the stuff. So, I think you're quite loving IOD too, and you're in the UK. You're being very patient because we're waiting and waiting for stuff to get here, and it should
Yes.
be the beginning of October.
And
As
the
far as I
Americans-
know.
We love you, but we
But
hate
we're
you
very
because you
jealous.
always get there first.
Yeah. So,
Can you put... Yeah, actually, you might have a point there, Debbie, because we're getting so many now. That
you're
jar
right,
is
we're
too
gonna
small.
Need a bigger jar.
That's because you keep
but that's
sharing.
good. And this week even more, because you're going to share this post like more than one time to different places, and then write how many times you've shared it. And this is what's up for grabs. We've used lots of moulds over the last few weeks, and we know you
Hi,
guys
Barbara.
love them. And
Hi,
so we
Kelly.
have sourced some clay. I haven't actually got the paper clay in stock, but this is from Manda.
Yep.
So we've got some paper clay so that you can have a go at your own moulds this week, and we'd love to see what you
And you will love it.
make with it. Yeah, you
Honestly,
will love it.
you will love
And
it.
it's a good one. Look, it's got lots of so it's for all this sort of edges and things. It'll be cool. So all you got to do is share and tell us how many times.
Share, share, share. Right.
Oh, news. Drum roll.
We have very exciting news for you today. And it's not just my new hair colour, which we will get back to shortly, but hope you like it. Because yes, I am letting my grey come through, so it's been blended through. But no, that isn't the important news.
What about you?
Hello, Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
We are very, very excited to announce that we are going to be hosting a Paint and a Pint Creative Minds Marathon, October the 10th. That's a week yesterday, so it's a week on Wednesday, October the 10th. And when I say it's a marathon, it really is. We've got so many fantastic artists and creators from all over the UK who will be joining us, not here, but Paula's going to share the technical details. Now that I've calmed it down a little.
I've been really busy behind the scenes contacting, we've got a lot of talent in the UK and we've got a lot of painters, and we don't all share the same brand of paint. And
hello, Louise.
But we all do amazing work, and there's some really good characters I've got lined up for you guys. I'm so proud of the team that we've managed to put together.
It's
amazing. So what we've got is, there's 11 of us, well 12 with me and Manda doing our joint thing as we normally do, and we're going to be doing an hour slot each. Manda and I will start it and finish it, and we'll be doing our little intro bit in between each session. And it's going to start at 12 p.m, which is lunchtime here in UK, but it's about 6.
Oh,
we think about 6
in
the US.
We'll get the information. We'll get your different time codes.
Yeah, and we're going right the way through. There's going to be a programme, and I will release the programme of each of us doing an hour of our thing where we are, and we're going to stream it live to the Fairy Sheet Paint Forum, so you'll be able to watch everything in there. And it will go on all day till midnight. I will be in my pyjamas comatose at that point.
I'll be picking you up off the floor.
I'll have big black eyes. But so Manda and I are obviously going to kick it off, and we're going to finish it off and then claps. But it's just going to be amazing. You're going to meet some of the best characters.
It's going to be so much fun. The girls we've got lined up, incredible.
And the
talent.
best thing about all of this for me is that, one, we are uniting lots and lots of brands of paints, and I've spoken to lots of the companies over the last week, and they have been brilliant. They are donating all sorts of goodies and prizes, which we are going to give out on an hourly basis for sharing and joining in Kyle. So there's lots of giveaways going on the day. But more importantly than all of the freebies and all the stuff you get out of it is we are raising money all day for Mind, an organisation to bring awareness to mental health, which every single one of us involved were in no doubt whatsoever that's what we wanted to raise it for.
It's very close to our hearts.
Close to our hearts. It's touched all of our lives, one way or another. Friends, family, individuals, it touches everyone. And it's huge. So we're going to have a donation link up all day and hoping to collect as much as we can. For this amazing cause. 10th of October is Mental Health Awareness Day, which is why we're holding it there. It's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday, so we won't be doing our usual Thursday live.
We're doing it on Wednesday that week.
Yeah.
So we need you. We really, really need you to do your bit and share this video everywhere.
Share it stupidly. Share it everywhere.
So that everyone is tuned in and ready on the Wednesday. You can tap in at any point during the day, the whole 12-hour period.
Yeah, we don't expect you to be here for the 12 hours.
No, I do.
You know, you've got things to do.
If I want to take a day off, you've got a fortnight, book it in. Okay? But yeah, wow, like the whole, I was just so excited about it. I've been tapping away every night.
Honestly, she has. She's been working so hard. She's been up till,
silly hours, to all sorts of people,
getting this organised,
getting everyone on board and helping everyone set up lives, because not everyone's finding
it's
the
not
life
an easy
situation
thing to do.
a brave thing to do. So. Yeah, no, I'm just so excited. Thank you so much to my team for joining us, and we're going to be advertising you all over the place as well.
So as I say, your job on the day is to share and donate as much as you can. Our job is to entertain you, hopefully.
Yeah, you can keep your Jim Jams on all day and just
Jim Jams on. Yeah, you can have a duvet day. And we're going to be generous too. We're going to be giving to you.
Yay.
Okay. Annette's shared already. Look at that. Alison, good afternoon.
Cool.
Well, hi. Oh, thank you. Love it. She's loving my hair.
Let's show you something.
Nice.
Projects. You're carrying on.
I'm carrying on. Haven't done anything to it since you left. I'm just going to be. I'm going to have.
You've drawn a circle.
I'm drawn a circle.
It's been a hard week.
It's been very tricky. So I've got a slice drawing a circle, and I'll tell you why. I'm going to have my my profile picture on there, which is like a little artist painting. However, it's not ready yet to do today. But we'll.
Did you see that? Look, did you see that? That's because
listen, I asked her to do it because she's fab, but she has had 101 things to do.
I have printed it off, but it's at home.
So that'll get done eventually. So my plan today is I want to do some white dry brushing on here. Want to get it looking more wood planked. Then I'm going to go in with some with a crackle stamp this time. So it has got crackle paste on there, which has come up beautifully. But in areas, I'm going to be using the crackle stamp. And whilst things this side are drying, I'm just going to be repeating the process on the other side. Okay, so what are you up to?
Well, I've gone a bit sign crazy this week.
Oh, she has.
I've got really into this. Look at that. Look at that. Now, I'm going to show you this.
She's got a new thing to play with.
I've got a new toy, and number 7 is going to come into play.
Oh God, I warned you.
God. Be warned. So I've been playing around with my
Thank you,
original.
Louise. Oh, hi! You missed the big news.
Oh, you have to rewind. Rewind. You need the news.
You need the news.
Right,
it's big.
this is the old one. This is the one we started last week. And as you can see, I've hand painted in a bit of the actual image transfer, the bits that came away. So I've used the colours to touch up, and I've scraped and crackled. Last week I just put the crackle glaze on and was waiting for it to dry, so I've now painted over the top. So that has dried. I did that, and I went ahead and did that because it takes some time to dry and hair drying. But what I've done, Blue Peter style, is prepare a much smaller one. So this is kind of at the stage we were last week. Could do with a little bit more rubbing off of my image, but the crackle is on and dry. And so now I'm going to show you, because when Manda did hers, she's gone on with a brush over the top of crackle, but I tend to use a sponge, and I find it works really well. So I'll get my paint out and show you with a. I've lost my blue. All that organisation.
Which blue?
Oh, you've got it. Oh, you've got it.
Sorry.
Right.
Can't put anything down. Can
So
you?
I'm going to place my paint in the middle. Can you see? So I'm going to load up quite a lot of paint on my sponge. Can you see? Quite a lot. Then, just going to show you this area there. So I'm literally trying not to go over too much the same. This is a bit of old foam that I had from changing a chair seat, and I cut up the excess into little squares. So that's the start of how I do this, just in patches in areas. Okay, so now you've seen me, you've seen the things, so I can put it down on the table and carry on.
Mind your way. You are.
Move.
It's my big backside.
So one of the things, I was going to tell you this, one of the things that when I've been approaching people this week has worried people the most about doing lives is, for this marathon that we're doing, is whether or not they're going to be able to resist the urge to swear, because it's part of their normal vocabulary.
And
things
not only
go
that,
wrong.
it can be very stressful if you haven't done it, you know, and with stress comes expletives sometimes.
Yes. So I just kind of wanted to say, because it reminded me of, again, I often talk about my nursing days, but my nursing days were a huge part of my life for a very long time, and it reminded me, one of the things that I used to do when I was nursing was go around to residential homes and teach staff with the aim of trying to keep patients medication free as much as possible, and to be able to stay in a home and not have to have traumatic admissions to hospital. So that was the aim. And one of the teaching sessions that I did, and there was lots of subjects that I did, but one of the sessions I did was on communication skills. And we talked about language. And one of the examples that I gave, and I just think this is it for me. If you imagine 3 members of staff member A, and these are going to be huge generalised stereotypicals, So I'm not talking about anyone in particular. So staff member A comes from a devout Catholic home, very strict upbringing, never ever ever swears. It's wrong, it's insulting, it's just the worst. You don't do it. Okay, it's blasphemous. Staff member B comes from a family where swearing only happens when an emergency's happened, when something's gone crisis wrong and the odd words will come out, expletives, a bit like me last week with the mat finish. I think I probably sit at person B. But only happens when something's gone crisisly wrong, and it isn't aimed at anyone in particular. It's not personal, not name calling, just
comes out, I guess.
Okay, staff member C swears all day, every day, as part of everyday language. Not at all bothered by swearing, it's just part of how they communicate.
Yeah.
Okay, so you've got your three members of staff, very different backgrounds, very different views on language. And then you have patient D, who is distressed, in pain, psychotic even, confused, upset, angry, frustrated, doesn't know where they are. You come in as the nurse to get them up that morning and they swear at you and tell you to F off. Now,
I wouldn't like that.
Each of those staff are going to react completely differently to that situation. You might get staff member A coming out going, I don't get paid for that, that's atrocious, it's appalling, I can't do this job. I'm not going to deal with that patient ever again. Yeah. You'll get staff member B going, oh my goodness, he's swearing, perhaps he's working up to a full-on attack and he's going to attack me because he only recognises swearing when things are going really badly wrong. And then you get staff member C, who just says, come on, you old bugger. Let's sit down and swear a bit together. You're having a rough day, aren't you? Yeah? So, for me, that turns the whole thing on its head, because staff member C is going to be the one that actually gets somewhere with that patient. I like that story.
I like that.
So, for all of you worried about swearing on the day, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
It's one of those things. I like that analogy.
Yes. So I'm now going in with my second colour to break up, and already without hair drying the crackle is starting to show. Now I think the crackle shows up much more with the sponging than it does with the brush.
Well, personal choice. I like the brush because I find it goes on thicker, but you do... I like the brush technique because I find it goes on thicker, and crackle, the top coat needs to be quite thick. However, you do get brush marks, and you're very tempted to go back over bits that you may have missed. So it really comes with experience using a brush. I get why you say use the sponge if you've never done this kind of thing before.
Can you see, like, I haven't dried a thing close up. The green's only just gone on, but the blue is already starting to crack.
Oh, we've got Georgia, we've got Charlotte.
Oh,
hello.
Georgia.
Thanks for joining us.
Charlotte.
Yeah, so dry brushing. I think we've gone over dry brushing before, but it's just taking a tiny amount on your brush, getting rid of as much of the excess as possible. So I've dabbed it in the lid, and I'm also dabbing it on cloth. You want to get as much off as possible. You want this to be practically dry so that you are just putting on the minutest amount. Okay. You don't really want to be painting as such, you just want to be dragging it through and leaving little amounts of paint.
I love dry brushing.
I do, and I think it gives a gorgeous extra
it's a really
texture
gorgeous,
to it.
it does, but it also hides a multitude of sins as well. When anything goes wrong, dry brush it. Just dry brush it, it's no question.
Not that anything's going to go wrong. I'm not hiding anything. Thank you, Tracy. Well, it's not yet. It hasn't gone wrong yet. I'm not saying it won't.
Right. While this is drying, because it does need to dry before I go on to the next bit, so I'm going to just move it here. I'm going to show you my new toy.
Oh, you're going to... I love this. I had a play with it yesterday, and it was a definite 7.
It's a 7. Can you see this? These are Tim Holtz distress crayons. I've never used them before. I saw them on a video and I thought I've got to try them. These 3 are the 3 packs that are available in UK. So I got them on Amazon, and they were able to be posted, obviously without shipping problems. And they are amazing. And they are... Hang on, we've lost the dog. Oh no, he's under there.
He's under the
We
table.
found the dog. We've lost the dog. We found the dog. He's keeping us company. They are how I have created this. So I have used an IOD stamp to stamp up my picture, and then I've gone in, I'm going to go even closer, with the crayons, which when you add water to them, oh,
they just become lush.
God. Oh my God. So I'm going to show you. And if you don't rush out and get ordering immediately, I want to know why.
Hello, Gail. They are amazing. I was a bit sceptical until I came and played with them yesterday, and we had so much fun. So much fun.
I said to her, you have got to try it. So I literally sat here preparing her a board to try it.
Yeah, I was a bit, yeah, whatever.
And then she started, and then there was this noise. Look at the face.
Anyone who's familiar with Friends, the sitcom, and let's face it, we've all seen Friends, will know exactly where we're going with this.
There's a famous number 7 scene. That's all I'm going to say. We are going to add that little famous video to the end of the watch party tonight, because you will just laugh your socks off.
I'd never seen it. I watched it earlier and I now know exactly what she was on about.
So, we're in daytime TV at the moment. And so she was in the middle and suddenly there was this noise. And oh my God, something's happening. It's like only crafters that try something new and it's amazing will know this feeling of just stop talking, I'm just in the zone. She was in the zone.
That was so in the zone.
She had a moment.
I did.
A number 7 moment.
Yeah, I did.
Which we're going to share with you later when it's not daytime TV.
Not really daytime. Yes. So make of that what you will. But
all will be revealed.
That's why we're harping on about the number 7. Simply because
it's so
of
funny.
these crayons. These distress crayons are fantastic.
And when I show you, you're going to see what I mean. So at the moment I'm just stamping up. I've got my phrase. I'm going to repeat it because this one is sold already. So I got a stone grey stamp called Stays On. I talked about them a lot, so you'll be familiar with them. And I'm just going to put my phrase on first.
Incidentally, while Paula's doing that, we are going to be having a stamp and ink giveaway coming up very soon, because we absolutely love them. We love the stamps, we love IOD. This Stays On ink is amazing. We have a particular favourite, I think you'll admit, won't you? I think you'll agree. We have a particular favourite on the colours, which is Stone Grey. There it is. The reason we love it so much is because black is too bold, it's too in your face. Yeah. But this is like a lovely pale charcoal. So it's not a pale grey, it's a pale charcoal. So it lines everything beautifully, but it's it's my favourite.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. The stamps are really easy to use. Paula's just going in, she's using the stamps individually.
I could have lined it up,
stamping
to
them.
Be honest, but I quite like doing it like this, to be honest. I'm going to use the backing for the next stage.
It does look more hand done, doesn't it? More crafted rather than
And I like to deliberately make my letters go up and down a bit, so it's better than trying to get them perfectly aligned and then one of them being slightly wrong, because that's all you see. So if you do them deliberately wrong, it doesn't matter.
You may have noticed something wrong on here.
Yeah,
I'm not going to point it out.
If anyone can spot the deliberate mistake on Manda's sign, they get their name put in a second time on the draw.
Yeah, why not?
That's a challenge for you guys. Yep.
I'm going to turn it around now, because I have to.
So you have to keep rewinding and pausing.
Yeah. There was a mistake.
Hilarious. Right.
Compare it to the other side and you might realise what the mistake is. And yes, I do know how to spell my own name. Right, my goodness.
Everyone's singing together now? We were singing earlier, weren't we?
You are my sunshine. Yeah, and none of us can sing. None of us have got a note between us.
I think it's really unfair, you know.
What, that I can say that?
Well,
Or
no,
that we can't sing?
Yeah, that we can do art and crocheting.
If I could sing,
pottery,
I mean,
cooking,
you know,
we
my
can't
life would be
sing.
made.
Yeah.
Right, I need, what do I need now? I need some crackle, because this has just got the one coat of the mixed colours. I've stuck on the next set of letters. I now want to go in with crackle, which will take some time to dry, but I want to do that before I go over with my next coloured layers. Annette, that you might be right. I think you're probably right, but that wasn't the mistake I was looking for. You found another one. Caroline, you're on the ball. Caroline's going in twice. If she shares, you've got to share, Caroline. If you share it, you're going in twice. Right, crackle paste. There we go.
There's nothing pasty about it.
There isn't. I always call it paste. I don't know why I call it paste, but there is nothing pasty about it. Not that she's precious about it.
No. I did want to say one thing to you guys while I'm thinking of it, because it keeps coming up in my mind, and then I've been so busy that I haven't mentioned it. My paint forum is, and always has been from day one, Neutral Switzerland, and I wanted it to be that way, to invite and include all paints, all companies, or anyone's welcome in the group, and I don't want it to be about chalk paint wars and politics. It's about painting, it's about fun, which is exactly what our marathon is too.
So all paints, all products.
Yeah, and I have noticed you lovely people who are sharing my paint now it's come out, are posting lovely pictures of stuff, and it is great, but I can't have it in there because it's not fair. So post me your pictures, please post me your pictures on the visitors page, on the main Fairy Sheet page, and I will share them to my main page, not to the painting group, because I think that's the only way I can keep it fair.
Yeah.
And I really want to see what you do, and I love that you're sharing it. I love you're excited for me and supporting me. I really do. I just need to have it in the right place to be fair to everyone else.
Yeah. So treating Fairy Sheet paint range as you would any other range.
So from now on, anyone mentioning any paint brands in their original posts won't get into the forum, and I'll be messaging you and saying send it me again, and I'll get it onto the main page. But that sounds all very serious, but
just keep sending them.
yeah, please send them. I'm loving them. The photographs have started to come in now of proper finished colours in big pieces, because I haven't had a chance to do a big piece myself yet, and I'm just loving what I'm seeing. So the feedback's been great. Right, and obviously when we do this marathon, not only has the other companies, lots of other companies, agreed to donate goodies for you guys, I will obviously be donating a lot of mine too, and this is going to apply to the US and everywhere else. We will ship the prizes that are on this particular day. So there will be paint up on offer. So this might be your one and only offer your one and only chance to try my paint. So
that'd be nice.
I'm terrified of
people
shipping
in the
it.
States.
It's terrifying shipping that it's all going to arrive in one piece. But
yeah, we have very strict regulations over here in the UK about what we can and can't pop in the post, as it were. So it just requires a bit more coordination, really, to get things over to the States.
At the post office. Is it a bomb?
No.
Yes, of course it's a bomb, and I'm going to tell you it's a bomb.
Well, it's understandable, but it makes things like sending paint out when you work with paint a bit of an extra issue.
Yeah.
All right, so I've gone in with my crackle. I've been quite liberal. I've gone in different directions. The only thing I don't want is drips.
Yeah, that is the key, is be generous with your crackle.
Yeah, and it's
a
much.
sentence you don't hear every day.
Be generous with your crackle. Much easier if you do it flat, but I can't do this flat, so I'm just going to keep making sure I've got no drips. Drips is bad.
I'm nearly there. I'm nearly on to the exciting bit.
I've got a hair in there. Getting hairs in there is bad too.
I don't know, because when you're famous, right, they've got your DNA.
Well, my DNA. Well, I want people having my DNA, famous or not famous.
They might be able to reproduce you.
And it's not. It's the brush DNA. So it'd be some, I don't know, some horse somewhere. So that's that. That's the crackle on.
Horse all mad.
Now look, I'm having a serious problem with these today. They keep falling off, and the reason for it is because they're stuck together with gaffer tape.
Oh my god.
And so I am managing just about. Hi Maggie! Oh Ziggy! Hello! I've heard a lot about you, Ziggy.
Ziggy's joining us on our marathon. You're going to love Ziggy.
Ziggy, you know I can't read all of that out. We were just talking about that. Sorry I'm missing this, says Ziggy, but I'm too busy making a bit of an issue of a dresser top. That's the polite way of putting it.
Okay.
I can't wait to meet up with you live, Ziggy. Oh dear. I tell you, this marathon's going to be wicked.
It is going to be very funny. Right, so I have got all my words. Okay, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. So now I'm going in, very briefly, with some of the rose 12 stamp. So I'm going to just lay them on my picture. I'm going to arrange them. So they're going to be hanging off edges and so on, but that's fine. Like so.
So that's very Blue Peter,
Like
isn't it?
so. Here's what I made earlier. Right, and then I'm going to lay my plastic over the top to keep them in place. Okay, so I've lined them up. Yeah, can you see what I've done at all? It's no good if I'm just telling you. So I now have them lined up exactly as I want them, as they fit on my bit. So I now turn it over and I'm going to stamp up my flowers. This is exactly how I created the other one. And it's brilliant this stays on because you don't even have to dry it. It's instantly dry and non-smudgeable. So you can get straight on to the number 7 bit. So now I'm just going to lay it back down.
No. Oh dear. Excuse me while I have a moment.
So, we swore we were going to be really serious today. It's just, it can't happen. We're not good together, you and me, are we? We just we feed off each other.
Very bad together. But that's why we're so good together.
Right, can you see that? Looks just lovely. Can you see? So I would do the same with the rest, but before that I'm going to go on to show you how to do.
Hi Susan. Hi Gaynor.
These crayons. Now these crayons.
Hello, Dion, isn't it? Yeah, I'm sure it's Dion. Don't forget to share.
Look, they wind up and down like that. They're like magic.
They're like eyeliners or lipsticks, aren't they?
Yeah. And you need the tiniest bit. Right, get ready for your number 7, ladies. Right, look, I've got the tiniest, smudgiest, it's not even very accurately coloured in there, just smudgy. Put a little bit of colour in. So I'm using a bit of the rusticy green.
Fun. I mean, we say we're painting outside the lines.
This is totally, so you can see, like, right, mess. Right, so we've done the green. We're now going in with the yellow. Okay, just a bit there, like that. You can see this is no skill. I'd like to say it took me hours, but
We're all about giving away our secrets.
No skill, no skill.
Yeah.
Okay,
We haven't got a skill between us.
right, utter mess. Right, now the magic. Let's get my brush. My brush. And I need a little pot of water.
Ooh, I'm painting outside the lines now. That's not good.
Right, water and a brush. Quite generous with the water. So let's see if I can show you this while I'm doing it. It immediately turns it into a kind of, I want to say watercolour, but it's almost ink like as well. It's more vibrant than watercolour. Look, and it just spreads. And I'm really not trying to keep it in the lines either. I like the fact that it just blends out, and you can go back in and add more colour after. Look at that, number 7.
Now you know why we're so excited.
That's just,
We had to share the joy.
yeah,
This keeps moving. Stop moving.
it's the best week. Very excited. So, I even did it with there's a dragonfly on this particular
The dragonfly's sweet.
set.
Isn't it?
Yeah, he's a real cutie. Better get back to work now. Have fun. Yeah. See you later, Alison. Thanks. Love the Hulk Jessica. Yeah. Have you tried them, Heike? They're brilliant. So I'm going to put a dragonfly on as well.
They are amazing.
They are brilliant. Eva, you haven't showed your.
No, I did one.
Yes.
Shall I show you? Shall I hold it up and show it all round like you do at school?
Show and tell.
Show and tell.
Now, Amanda, I've never done this before.
I've never done this before. Stamping I've done, crackle I've done, never done this. And I've never even used watercolour.
Show your appreciation, guys.
But I mean, so I don't know how difficult actual watercolour is. I've never done it. But this was so easy, and you just get totally absorbed in it. So this is the one I did yesterday. I hope you like it. I love it. But again, you can see how you can blend the colours in together. There's my little dragonfly. Now, it's hard to show on this. Which way am I going? No, I'm going that way, aren't I? Yeah, so, yeah. I love it. Absolutely love it. There's a bit of a love thing going on here between Caroline and Heike. It's so nice that people get to know each other, people get to chat to each other on
here. Do you know what, when we were watching Miss Paintalot's video, I was watching her live on Saturday. She always does a live on a Saturday night. You need to tune into her page too, her videos. And
yes.
you need to get to know Miss Paintalot, because initially you're not sure what it's all about. And honest to God,
she's fabulous.
She's hilarious.
She is no nonsense.
She's proper northern.
She's proper
sense
northern.
of humour, really dry.
Yeah.
She makes me laugh all the way through. And what's great is a lot of the people of you guys that are watching.
Oh, Dawn, thank you.
A lot of you that are watching us also watch her, so I get to see you then.
Names
well.
popping up, don't they?
Yeah.
But she is super. I mean,
and she's on our tour.
Yeah.
She's got the 10 till 11 slot.
Oh, has she?
Yeah.
All right. So in your PJs, 10 till 11, Miss Paintalot.
Yeah.
She's a smashing lady. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Doesn't take much to get distracted.
Right, so
by those crayons.
how are we doing for time? It's flown again.
Do you know what? I have absolutely no idea. We have got 20 minutes.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So for those of you who have just joined, the reason behind this circle is I am going to be doing an image transfer of my page logo on there. So I won't get a chance to do it today, but I'll
Go on.
for various reasons. Because my friend
Isn't her friend?
he printed it out for me very kindly, and then not so kindly forgot to bring it in.
And who hasn't stopped going on about it since?
Hello, Jeanette. Hi. I was wondering where you were. Yeah, so that's the reason it's not just going to be some random circle up at the top. There is a reason.
I'm having to do a bit of a reprint
Method
there.
in my
That didn't
madness.
come out as well as I'd hoped.
Well, that happens.
That's okay.
That's okay.
The thing with these stays on is though that it is permanent, and so you literally cannot wipe it off even with a baby wipe, even 1 second afterwards. So the only option is to either reprint if you think you're brave enough, or paint over it. It's the only option. Right, well I've got a bit of work to do on there, but I'm also thinking that this stuff might be, Have you finished with the white?
Yes. Yes, I have.
You kind of got the idea of this. I just wanted to show you my finishing technique for my texture for these pictures. So I've got my crackle and I've got some patches going on. Hi Val! Hi Cora! And I use, this is like an artist's, little artist palette, and I've got it in the art shop. It's a couple of quid I think. But you could use a credit card I suppose. But I dip it into my paint, and I'm pretty good at contaminating paint, I'll be honest. And then what I'm going to do at this point is start trying to blend in the picture to the edges like that. So I'm not going to do it all over because I still want the crackle that I've applied to show, but it needs some white in it, and then I shall go in the same way with bits of blue and bits of green in areas so that it's got a bit of everything. The crackle, the non-crackle. But that's how I achieve that texture, and it's scraping. I like the scraping. I like the lines in it.
In it? In it?
What sort of language is that?
I don't know. It's very
Where did
common.
that come from? Common.
Very common.
Common as muck.
Okay, we've got a bit messy with the paint there. Right, as promised, I want to do some crackle on here. This has dried off really well because when you're doing a dry brush, it takes seconds to dry.
Yeah.
Cara, hi. I can't see what you've written. Like,
This is what
Sorry.
we are missing. Is someone to read out the messages, isn't it?
so no, we don't need that at all. They're all talking amongst themselves. Now, come on, pay attention. Right, as promised, yeah, I'm going to go in. It's dry enough now, except my circle. I'm going to go in and stamp on some crackle around the edges, really, before I go in and put my lines back in. So, using the brayer. Oh gosh, we've got a big comment there.
Oh no.
Lummy.
Is it an essay?
Oh, we missed the top bit. She is on half days as she's not well, but she has a great team of people at the hospital for support. So I am on catch up. I don't even. It's sort of gone a bit above. We will get back to you on that.
It's not Georgia, is it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure,
Sorry.
but we'll get back to you.
Love, whoever you
Yeah.
are, we'll...
Yeah. Yeah. Love and support. We'll get back to you on that one. Yeah. So I'm going in with my brayer. I've just splodged a bit of my black paint onto. Oh, do you know what? I wasn't going to use black paint. I was going to use the stays on. I take it all back. I take it all back.
You're having more than a moment today, love.
Do you know, I am. I'm having a bit of a day. Jeanette Haskett, it's me. Was the message from you, Jeanette?
Oh no. What's happened?
Well, yeah, we'll catch up you when this is finished. Yeah, as soon as this is finished. Right, so that's gone by the by because I'm being a bit of a dunce today. So.
You've got that seasonal affective thing, haven't you?
I do get terribly
had this
affected by the weather.
It is a thing, I really
and
do.
I shouldn't be dippy today. It's the most beautiful weather today here. It's absolutely
Yeah,
gorgeous.
it's a proper autumn.
So yeah. Anyway, enough of me and my silliness. So going. Gosh, I'm going to get the sack from this, aren't I? So I'm just going to go in with my stamp, just stamping it on. This crackle is amazing. If you haven't got it, get it.
Yeah.
I need a bit of a flat surface for his. And unfortunately, Paul has taken all the space.
Right.
Right, well, like this now. God help us after 12
Can you
hours.
imagine? Yeah, we'll be killing each other.
So I'm doing this randomly because what I don't really want is the outside edge where it's very flat, very straight.
Yeah, it was Jeanette. Oh, bless you, Jeanette. Big loves. So this is kind of what I need to do now with regards to this one is wait for it to dry, and then I will stamp my phrase top and bottom. And I've got to finish.
Is your phrase top and bottom? Is that your phrase? It's my glasses. They're so.
I have to put up with. I don't know. I'm going to show you a finished one of them.
It's not top and bottom. Okay. Right. So I'm just going to randomly press on my crackle here, and I'm going to let it go outside as well.
Believe in you. And it's not everyone's kind of look. It's a bit messy and a bit rustic and a bit, I don't know, but I really like it. And what I did to finish it off, because some of these colours were still quite bold compared to the quite faded picture, was I made a little pot of a little bit of white paint and water to make a really washy, diluted water, white water. And I went over all of it except for the picture in the middle to just tone it down just a little bit, and it brought it all together, I think. So I'm really pleased with that one. I've got a whole collection going on of pictures this week. I haven't shown you my wax on my big picture. I've still got some work to do on that one as well. I was going to do a Dolly Sisters stamp on it as well, but the wax looks like this. It's really nice, and I literally just quite hard. It's quite hard wax. Put my finger on it and use it to go over the mouldings. It automatically hits the highest bits, but it also works fabulously. And I hope you'll do some examples for my page with the prize this week, because this is one of the prizes. It works really well at aging crackled pieces of paint. I really like it, goes into the cracks.
Right, for you, those of you who might have just noticed that, I did try it with my ink stamp, but it wasn't showing up as much as I'd like. So I have gone back to using my paint and my brayer. See, there was method in it, wasn't it? So the crack's coming up beautifully. I might go in with a lighter colour on top of that as well to sort of blend it, because it's quite black, and I want to just reduce that a little bit to blend it in with the other colours. And so I might put some of this sort of taupey colour over in the crackle, maybe some white, so it'll all blend in together rather nicely.
I love the crack.
I love
It's completely different to the crackle glaze, isn't it? But it's just as good.
Yeah, it just gives a lovely finish. And if you're not brave at using the crackle glaze, then this is it's a real cheat, isn't it? It's great.
And you can use that directly onto decoupage or wallpaper
it looks
as well, which you can't do
over
with the crackle glaze. So that works really well to give a cracked aged effect.
I'm doing this on my knee. Sorry, it's not ideal. But I do want to get some of it on before we disappear.
Now, I told you this. I got a gift yesterday.
What'd you get?
From my lovely friend.
Oh,
Georgia.
Yes.
And it is photo transfer paper. It's very exciting. It's from Germany, and we've had little chats behind the scene, and it kind of looks like tissue or baking paper or
that's
something.
exactly what I thought it was.
I need to do some investigations on it, because it does say on it that it needs to go through a laser printer, which I haven't got, so I mean taking it to the printers. But basically, long shot of it all, if it works, is it's like an image transfer, so you print off what you want, and once you've got it wet, you can just peel it off. No rubbing, no fading, no washing it off, just peel. So I'm definitely going to prep something to use this on to show you guys.
I mean, this could be you know, a complete change to how we do our image transfers if it works out.
Yeah. Because I don't know how much this cost, but there's a lot of papers in there, there's a lot of print, so if it works and you don't have to throw loads away in trial and errors, it's probably worth the investment in time.
Sounds amazing.
So I'm going to feed back on that. I might even do that on our live, you know, on our marathon. Yeah, I might. Because, you know, it's game on now, isn't it, if we're both on. Mine's got to be better than yours.
Oh, did a big splotch. That's because I'm rushing. Yeah, as I say, I will go over with other colours as well, but I am rushing this, and I shouldn't rush, and I splodged it.
It looks like a moon.
It does look like a moon.
Manda on the moon.
Silly Billy.
Another useful mental health fact.
What's
Used
that?
to be called the Lunacy Act, the Mental Health Act, on the section of patient, because of the effect that the moon, does definitely seem to have people. And if you ever worked on a mental health unit, you will know you don't want to work on a full moon night because they have a lot of fun. Let's put it that way. I actually drove home from work once on a full moon, as I finished a late shift, 9 o'clock at night, and there was this elderly couple in proper armchairs in their garden with the telly wheeled out into the garden watching telly. I mean,
why? Did you stop and ask them why?
It was a full moon. That's the only explanation I've got. I don't know, it's bonkers, but you know.
That's hilarious.
I love a bit of bonkers, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Great.
That'll be me one day. You'll have to stop by and
Reminds me
say,
of that poem when I get old and wear purple.
you'll have to stop and say, come on, Manda, get back in the house now. Telly off, bedtime.
I mean, I don't even know how physically they were able to get the chairs out there. They were huge. They were little old, bless their hearts.
Oh, I just think that's so
I know,
lovely.
that's bizarre.
Wasn't Doris and Eric, was it?
Yeah, you were two on there.
That's another story. You've had Doris and Eric before. Catch up.
Right.
Okie doke.
We are nearly there for time.
Yeah, we are.
So I haven't got some complete projects here going, other than the two little pictures that I showed you, but I've kind of showed you the process I've hoped on all of them. So I will finish them, post some proper finished pictures on when we put the YouTube thing together that we do. So, to recap, what's been going on? Prizes.
Prizes.
What did we say? Where's it gone?
The mould.
Yeah, where's it gone?
You've hidden it.
I've hidden it. Next week's prize. Okay, a mould and some clay. Please, 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 this week, if no other week, because this is such big news and we really want as many people tuning in on this marathon as possible, share the hell out of this post.
Honestly,
everywhere.
yeah,
share it to every
please.
group you've got, and please write how many times you've shared it, because you will go in the draw that amount of times.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. It's a big deal. Not just for us.
Because we want to raise as much money as we can for this amazing cause. We really do, and I want to be really proud to say we all came together as a creative community to raise this money.
And not just us, it's you.
Yeah,
you
and
need
you're
to come
part
with us.
of that community. You share it. You encourage us loads. Thank you so much for tuning
Melia,
in.
hi. Melia or Melia?
Hi, yeah. Right,
we always
tonight,
get that wrong.
7 o'clock, watch party.
I'll
Number
be there.
7 will be followed immediately after the watch party. Okay, so when it comes to the end of the watch party, don't turn it off. Keep watching, because it will come up next, and you will laugh your head off.
You will. I as I say, I hadn't seen it before she showed it to me today.
You really will. So come on, cheers. Cheers, my dear.
Yes, so we'll love you and leave you until this evening.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Hi and bye.
Thanks, Heike. She shared twice.
Oh, bless her.
Well done, she's boasting.
You're in twice. See if who can beat that.
Yeah.
Who can beat that?
Who can beat that?
I can beat
Who
that.
can share 3 times?
See you later,
too, Annette.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Take
Bye.
care.